let's see what happens. If everything is working out all right. So just come on in now, everybody. Grab you some coffee. Get on here with me, and let's have this conversation. Um, we're getting ready to have this conversation. I want you all to come back on in with me. What I want y'all to do is I want y'all to get some coffee, something to drink, something that you can have by your side as we engage in this discussion, because this discussion is going to be a good discussion tonight. Um, so come on in, share, get somebody on. I want you all to be a part of my conversation. We're going to have a good time tonight. It's all in good spirits. Yes. So share it. It's certainly loud in my ears, mighty Lord. I want y'all to get somebody on and share it and allow for them to be a part of what we're talking about here. We're back. And it's going to be good. So I'm going to give y'all a couple of minutes to come in before I actually start talking. And we're about to make it happen. All right? All of y'all who know me, y'all know I got to have this real talk conversation. So share. Come back on, all of you wonderful people that were with me just a moment ago. It was almost 50 of you on here within 1 minute. So I'm just going to wait a couple minutes and we'll get started. Destiny, if you can put the don't own the rights to the music thing in the comment for me, if you could just edit that comment, that would be great. Or I can do it while I'm waiting on the group to come in. Y'all come on in. Come on in, people. Come on in. Everybody, just come on in. Oh, she put it in there already. It's already there. All right, because I am running this track, I just wanted to make sure that I'm not having any problems or hindrances. So everybody who's watching, seriously, what I want you to do is I want you to share this. And I love you too, Bev. Let me just greet some people who are on here if you are watching. I don't know what else to do. I've done everything that I could possibly do to make this louder. I can just turn down my background music. I saw it, my daughter. I can turn down my background music to, see if it will be a little bit louder for you. But everybody who is on, I want you to watch it. I'm sure all of you who are on here with me right now have seen the caption and are wondering what in the world is this pastor, is this bishop getting ready to do, and what in God's name is he's getting ready to say. I just want y'all, maybe I do need to do it without this microphone. The people are saying it's really low, so I don't know. Maybe y'all could tell me, is that better? 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 I just want to make sure I'm plugged into the right mic outlet too. That'll help too. Is that better? Is that better? What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that music all the way down. How is that? Is that better? Can y'all hear me? Send some hearts, guys, if you all could hear me now. They're saying it's still low. No. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my sound level up. What about now? Y'all can just talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. This is expensive technology. I'm like, what in the world? Maybe I can pull up the master sound. What about now? Does that work? Because I just totally turned up the master sound, and hopefully that works. Okay, that's better. Amika Adams said that is better. Carlton said maybe go without the live mic. That could work too. If I go without, I think somebody else texted me also and said that. But can y'all hear me? Is this working? Are y'all here? I don't know. Y'all turn y'all phones and stuff up. Maybe you turn y'all volumes and stuff up to see if that'll work. This is a different computer I'm using it. Scoggin said do it without the mic. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change how I'm actually now I don't know how to change it without the microphone thingy. So I don't know. Well, how about this? I'm just going to talk and we're going to work it out. Maybe I'll just talk higher. Hopefully that'll happen. But the irony is that although I have it up, the green is pushing mighty low. So that could be a problem also. I think there's a conspiracy here against what it is that I really want to say. So what I'm going to do is I am leaving this board here for all intents and purposes of going live. But if y'all can hear me, because I'm totally out of that board at this time. So is this better? Can everybody hear me now? Can everybody hear me? If y'all can hear me, say amen. Can y'all hear me? Huh? Send some hearts across the screen. Come on. This is good because it's actually helping me build up my audience. So this is great. Yay! Everybody can hear me. I just left. I aborted and abandoned the Roadcaster, the podcasting thing. But I'm still using this mic because I can actually still record it on the board without it being connected. So I'm recording this for the podcast side. All right. I want to have this conversation because this past Sunday, I was going to show, I was going to, I was going to, I was going to, yeah, how can I say this? Let me give a little bit about my background, right? Let me give a little bit about my background. Those who know me, I have always been, I mean, always. If everybody can do me a favor and just share this and put it on your platforms, if you're comfortable with this level of dialogue, that would really help me. If you can just tag someone and invite them, that would be great. For those of you who know me from years ago, when I used to do the Coffee with the Prophets, those times I would get on there and just talk and have conversations about just random stuff. It was really nothing planned. I think I stopped doing those Coffee with the Prophets when it seemed like, the social media was just being taken advantage of, with people having so many discussions just about anything. So I just didn't want to just be in the way of a lot of people talking, and I never wanted my voice to get lost in the noise. And this is one of those times that, when I was doing those things, that I was just trying to be as inspirational as I could possibly be, to help motivate, encourage, strengthen, whatever. There were even times I would get on social media and I would just cook. I wouldn't even be really, talking about things. Sometimes I would get on there because, I was really just trying to figure out, what I wanted to do, to be honest with you. And it just so happened that while I was trying to figure out what to do, I started to enjoy having these random, candid conversations. And that's what I did over the years. I came away from that, again, because I just did not want my content to just be lost. And a lot of that information that I was talking about, I just rather put it in a book or some kind of curriculum where people can be trained and be inspired into learning to grow. Because I really do try my best to give people quality, information, stuff that I'm just not making up. During that course of time, for all of those of who will share and comment and send me some hearts and just love on me while I'm going through this, and those who followed me, we built up the page real strong, and I just left it because, I'm not big into all of these numbers and celebrity and being famous and being important. I'm not real big on that. That's not my thing. That's not my cup of tea. That's not my appetite. It really isn't. I just really wanted to be a conversationist and a person who just wanted to do something noble for God. And that's where I've always been. That's where I've always tried to trod and walk that line of just being authentic. And those who know me understands that my ministry has always been a ministry of transparency. The older I get, the more stuff I say that it just come out. I don't know. Stuff I've said from licking and sucking to licking and lapping, all kinds of stuff that I have said in lives, in the pulpit, while teaching, just random stuff. I've just done it. And I've done it because I am liberated. I'm liberated from people. I'm liberated from opinion. I'm free from being emotionally drained by what people think and how they feel. That is not important to me. Now, that's just to me. But there is a broader spectrum to me. I am a pastor. I am a church leader. I'm a newly consecrated bishop with apostolic succession. You know, we need to put that out there too, because there are some who just ordered their credentials offline, but that's another conversation. But you know, I prize dignity and prize my role and affiliations that I'm connected to and people that I'm involved with. So I always try, you know, to just walk out a level of dignity and honor and respect, and try to keep in mind that I represent not just myself, but I represent other people, and I want it to be something that people are just proud of. You know, I didn't get all that from, you know, growing up. Oh, I'm proud of you, baby. I'm just so proud. I didn't get that all the time. So I came up from a background where I just wasn't everybody's cup of tea. I wasn't everybody's slice of the day. And I've learned to be all right with that. I've been trained for years. I'm 46. I'll be 50 years old in 4 years. And I'm at a place in my life where I don't, the trauma and the drama and stuff that I have been through, I just don't have time for sugarcoating to appease the fundamentalists. So I have learned to keep it real. That's just who I am. That's just what I will always be. That is what I will always do. Now, 1 Corinthians 15:33 does say, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. The operative word is evil. All right. You know, evil in that context means to retreat in battle. One who is evil in himself, evil in his emotions, evil in his consciousness, evil in his thinking. So I quoted that scripture because I know the church folks are going to possibly say that the clip that has really gone viral about me saying, and I forgot to bring it up. I didn't bring it up. I was going to play it for you, but y'all already know what it is. About me talking in a part of a sermon that I preached on this past Sunday. I was really talking about in that sermon about relationships. I was really dealing with relationships. I've been in this series of building communications and relationships, you know, with people I know, relationships in my church, and really trying to kill some of this fallout I've just been experiencing, you know, with things that are going on. I talked about relationships endure by healthy foundation. So I was really talking about that anything that we build relationship wise is actually built because of a solid foundation. Anything that has a strong foundation, I think whatever you build upon it, it really lasts. And I think that the hallmark reality of it is that when you're building, make sure you're building strong. So I got to a point in my message that you all have all seen when I was trying to be the voice for the underdog, as I have always been. I've always preached not for opportunity, you know. And let me tell you, let me be transparent with y'all tonight, because this is I'm about to probably come with a bigger butcher knife than what y'all sent the video viral for. So I'm I've always just been transparent about everything. I've been transparent about my life. Me being a former homosexual, for 16 years of my life. I wrote the book. I put it in pages. Back in 2009, I've been all in the news about, oh, he's coming against homosexuals. I've been in newspapers where we've had cities to tell me to go away. So all of this stuff that we're seeing on social media, where people are, being made viral, and there are clips of what you have said, clips about what you've done. I've already been trained in that department because I got new stacks of newspapers for about 5 weeks of just newspaper clips. I made the front page about just wanting to talk about the issue of homosexuality. And it was my personal testimony. Can y'all share this? And put this, just somebody share it and tag somebody. It was my story. And in 2017, I followed up with another book about the church and the gay agenda, because I thought that some of my views had changed about homosexual, not about the rightness of how some feel that about the subject, but it was from the perspective of, hey, the church need to really chill. We gonna coexist with homosexuality. We gonna coexist. And I didn't even know the Q was added to the LGBT when I wrote the book, because I left the Q out of the book. So it really wasn't even about, harping on the homosexual or anything. I just felt that it's more wholesome, if you want to get the attention of the world, to be somebody that can have a conversation with the world by having a listening ear, not departing from your fundamental beliefs, but strictly embracing what people might feel or understand or believe, to see how we can negotiate some terms, like being a diplomat, just being a person that, just really want to just share my life. So I'm not bothered by, I'm going to tell you why I'm on here in a minute. I'm not bothered by the comments, because I actually, there was a platform that posted, shared the clip. It's got over 4,000, probably 5,000 now shares, about me saying the word coochie. Coochie! Coochie. I talked about how, in that message, how we come out of our mother's womb, really, wrapped in sin and shaping it into iniquity. But I didn't say womb. I said coochie, because that was my audience. I was talking to my audience. We were riding together. I had told them that, we just in this season where we just having, real talk. We gonna deal with some layers, because I had mentioned in that conversation, in that message, y'all could go to the Glory House and watch it. It's still up. I didn't even pull it down. I will never pull it down. And the message is really talking about how, the comparison between Cain and Abel, and how Abel ended up dying because Cain wasn't celebrated. So he decided to kill a relationship because he didn't get the praise his brother got, and how childhood traumas and issues grow up with us. And when they grow up with us, how we end up adding those materials that affected us in our childhood, and and we mess up relationships because we didn't deal with those layers that affected us as young children. Now, I'm not going to defend my comment. It's because I do want to respect the fundamentals who might say, well, we don't say those things from the pulpit, young bishop. We don't talk about that in the church. We don't say those things in the pulpit. Well, that's the problem we're having in this generation, because the stuff that we wouldn't talk about years ago is the reason why we have a lot of people dealing with a lot of stuff that's got them eating coochie and licking coochie and having multiple coochies while being married to people that's got a coochie that they should only attend to that one coochie. All right. My problem on this broadcast on this live, it is this is Cornelius on here talking, and the problem I have with this is the hypocrisy of the church of I just don't know what angle we coming from. We won't. We're too fundamental. We're too stringent. We too hard. We're too judgmental. Well, when people try to come to your level and relate and have a conversation, because I believe that what God is doing in this season, all of this hacking and spitting and all of this stuff that we doing for formality in the church that makes us jerk and quake, and then we leave the church and go suck penis and lick coochie. A lot of people on double duty, by the way. So all of those, let me just slow down a second. Let me sit that right here. With a lot of people on double duty, by the way, that the hacking and the spitting and the hooping and all of that didn't help. I believe that the Lord is really changing the way we do ministry to really address the spirit of the age and can communicate with people so that they can connect more so to, the word of God and what's being preached. I think that we're moving to conversation, and more so in the conversation era, and that's where we are. But let me talk about the hypocrisy, because I'm done with the coochie part. The hypocrisy is this. I read through one of the platforms. At the time that I read this is, see, y'all about to meet the real Cornelius tonight, because y'all think because I'm anointed and speaking tongues and all of that stuff, this is who I am. A guy that can really sit back. I really need to have my own podcast. Somebody reminded me of that tonight. And, to help the people who just can't stomach church, get through some of the stuff that, can't stomach real talk in church, that can come somewhere and have a conversation about something, then we could just talk and ain't nobody going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't going to hell about the word coochie. It's not even a hell issue. So those are things that I don't even get into. Stuff that's not even hell issues. It's not my concern. So throw salt over your shoulder and just calm down. But the problem I have with the Church of Jesus Christ is we want the help. We want the conversations, we want the connections, we want the realistic approach to ministry. But the problem that I have is how when it comes, we throw rocks and hide our hands. I'm talking about pastors, those hypocrites. I'm talking about bishops, those slime balls. I'm talking about prophets. I'm talking about apostles. I'm talking about evangelists. I've seen all of this stuff in the back room. I've gotten text messages and emails and inboxes from people who need my help and advice, from stuff that, wait a minute, they won't even invite me to preach at their churches, but they like my wisdom. It's because they can't stomach my appearance. Some think I'm too fat. Some think I'm flicking hair. My hair is too long. My voice is too light. Well, when you're only in your young 40s and you spend half of that being a homosexual and you have feminine qualities, I'm never going to be the most masculine tool in the shed. So I'm just trying to figure out if the church is supposed to be the place where we embrace deliverance, where we embrace healing, where we embrace breakthrough, where we embrace people coming out of bondage, so to speak. I wonder why that the church is the only place that people cannot walk that out without being questioned about who they really are. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm never going to be a yo-yo, bro. That's not who I am. I look ridiculous. I feel ridiculous. I'm artistic. I'm charismatic. I'm eclectic. I'm an artsy guy. I'm just that kind of person. So I don't get caught up into what people think. So if I'm not invited to their people, then their people are not for me. But I do believe that what I carry in me is, something that's broader than the four walls of the church or any preaching platform you could ever have. And that is real talk with people who are dealing with real life issues and just want to know what the preacher man think about it. And if the preacher man can be real to say, hey, I've been in the boat that you've been, I've had some ups and downs in my life and some situations and things that I've struggled with in my life, preacher man, why not talk to me about it? Come on, help me. And then they find Jesus on their own path. And the problem is, we want to control as preachers the narrative of who we got saved and who we had join our church. And Doc, I had 5 members come down from the other church where the pastor slept on his wife, just slept out on his wife. And we talk about that in back rooms as preachers, about the falls of preachers. So I'm very much so acquainted with the hypocrisy of people who have the influence of microphones. So I've never been a person who cares about who likes me. I've never been concerned with comments people make about me or what I should say and what I shouldn't say. You don't know my story. You don't know my history. You don't know what I have been through. You don't know how I had to survive all types and manner of things to be here, to even have a conversation with you today, let alone lead church people. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Is there anybody on here? Is there anybody on here? And this pressure, and let me help the people who have said something and have gone viral about other stuff, the preachers, and y'all got preachers scared to preach, scared to tell y'all, some of the stuff y'all know y'all are, without y'all sending it to the vloggers and they posting it and putting you on blast and making you depressed. Now you in therapy and need Prozac and Lexapro and all kinds of stuff to help you stay alive because you just tried to do a justice and follow follow the plan of the gospel, at least try to be real about some stuff and, to help some people. And now you scared to preach on Sunday morning. That will never be me. It'll never happen. I'll never be a person that would take 16 steps back because they want me to be a little bit more softer. Are y'all kidding me? This ain't that. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. So on that platform, I read through the comments at the time that I read on this particular comment on this particular platform. I read through the comments. They were saying all manners of things. I actually was drinking coffee, drinking coffee, listening to it. They were saying all kinds of things. They said, he's got on this lace tablecloth. He's got on this lingerie. He's got on this, and this is a point why I'm saying this, and I'm not even going to be long. He's got on this lingerie. He's flicking his hair, all of those kinds of things, and, the blah, 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 blah. Well, I wore my hair down long on Sunday because I didn't want to pin it up because I had on a zucchetta, and, the best way to sit it up there is to just let my hair just be flat. So, but those comments didn't bother me. It was fun. But here is what did. Here is what did bother me. It's some names that I was able to recognize, understood what that was, understood what I was wearing, understood the sacred garments that pastors, bishops, whomever would wear at my level of ministry would put on. And I was in my work clothes, pretty much. And how people perpetuate stings against you. So I'm here tonight on here for the underdog. Don't you live your life trying to impress people, because what I did for years, these locks I'm wearing, I wear this stuff because it's just my culture. I'm pro-black. It's just my culture. I like black people stuff. I go to black people shows. I go to art shows. I go to poetry events. I go to black music events. I'm a singer. Those are things I do. I write books. I'm an author. I'm creative. So that's what I do. I'm not letting a bishop's ring take away my creativity. I will never do that. And but what I did was in the past, people, and I'm gonna end with my point in just 1 second, is I grew my locks. This is like my fourth set of locks, and at every stage, I let the church talk me out of growing my hair. Oh, people are gonna say you're still in the life, and people are gonna say, and I cut my hair. That people won't let you preach on their platforms, and I cut my hair, and I wore the low cut. I looked pretty good. I was a little smaller then. Praise God, I'm going back to it, and I tried the suits and the ties, but I felt ridiculous in my skin. So 3 times I did that. So now me growing my hair back now and wearing my locks is because I'm older and I just want to. And finally, I'm doing something that Cornelius wants to do and not what people tell me is going to get me another opportunity that never came. I'm going to sit that right there. And people build their lives and are dying intrinsically. Just can't say nothing. Pastors are dying. People got them in prison. When we supposed to be the most liberal speaking people ever, and we get cowardice because somebody feels some kind of way about what you say. Are you kidding me? You come with a bigger butcher knife. I am probably one of the most dignified persons in the body of Christ. I cherish and pride myself on dignity. I try to live a noble life, literally in private. I try to live a noble life. I am not perfect. But what I'm not going to be is a person who will allow hypocrites to just act so righteous. To say that he shouldn't say coochie from the pulpit? What world are we living in? And maybe you're right. I'll give it to you. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should have used vagina. People still know what it is. I've only been liking it 20 years. It hasn't been that long since I've been liking vagina. So you ought to be glad that I'm talking about it. Oh, Jesus, for Christ's sake. We need to get somewhere and sit down. When I was growing up, my pastor told me, I won't even call his name because I don't want nobody inboxing his church and writing him. But one of the preaching greats told me, he said one thing about preachers. He said that we're supposed to be a fraternity. He says you don't ever publicly disgrace anybody that's a preacher if it's not something other than heresy. That's how I was raised up. I was raised up by one of the greats. Heresy is one of those things that just get you like, bro, you cry, we try to get you back, but you ain't, those kinds of things. But to buy into the social media, and some of these people who I saw share the clip, half of them don't even have a platform. So now they want to use my clip to enhance their platform to have a conversation. And some of the people I saw, about 3 of them, have told me all of their secrets. And I know all of their secrets, and I will always die with secrets. Always. I will never tell nobody's business. Never will, never have. But I can understand that when the moment works for certain people, this is what they do. And this is what makes me so sick in the body of Christ, is that we can go and preach to people on Sunday, and then when we leave the pulpit, that we can try to help disgrace another brother of the cloth. I don't understand that. I'll never understand that. So I'm getting ready to end this conversation because I just wanted to be a voice in the narrative that I have seen brothers of mine and sisters of mine be treated improperly because of something that they said or did. And they went and hid and quit their ministries and quit their assignments, and their destinies were affected because, of what somebody said or how the church feel about it. Baby, bye. That will never happen to me. I've always said if I had something that I have done, I would not lie about it. I would not. What I would do is I would put it in a book and make you pay for the truth. That's what I would do. Now, you can write off everything you hear, but I'm going to monetize. If the world going to know my story, I'm going to write about it and you going to buy it. That's how I feel about it. So I'm not one of those who going to tell you my business voluntarily of what I've done or something like that. But if you were to find out, I sure enough tell you if it's true or not. Do not, and this is my concluding idea, do not, people of God, allow what people say about you on these platforms affect your assignment, affect your calling, affect your purpose, affect your destiny, affect what it is that you were born to do. Don't get caught up in this image in this church, because this stuff, they do this stuff in the world, man. This stuff is from the world. All this stuff is from the world. All of this is from all of this. What I'm doing right now, talk show hosts have been doing for years, while priests and preachers were molesting little boys in the office. People been coming on Talk the World. Pastors and bishops have been cheating on their wives for years. You got people who have gone through divorce, can't even be honest about their marriages, and just living in misery because they can't be real. I will never allow somebody not to allow me to be real about the space that I am in, and then I end up dying from suicide because I think I'm going to lose 10 members of a church. Or some doors closed. My spiritual father, the one that I came under, he told me as a young minister, he said, Cornelius, what is in you, you probably will never be invited with that. But he says what God will do for you will cause you to build your own platform, and they will come to you. And I think that this is the season for all of that to start happening. I really do. I really do. I really do. I am sick of pseudo-spiritual people who sit in this seat of hypocrisy and would push a smearing agenda. You know how many people texted me and called me, you okay? Yeah, I ain't dying. What's wrong with y'all? I'm fine. I was in more pain because I was in the hospital on Wednesday having a procedure done, suffering from nausea, and I didn't even know I had gone viral. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? But when I found out, I didn't go through no issues or no stuff. I didn't have no problem with who even started the thing from going viral. I don't censor people. I know what it feels to be censored. I know what it's like to somebody to tell me to go away on the front of a major newspaper. I know what that feel like. So being today's news on a vlogger show, it doesn't bother me. I've been there. I was in the news before there ever was a Facebook almost. Y'all don't know me. So today is one of those days where y'all get to know who I am. And who I am is I done already been through this, and I don't care. Because I'm going to come with a bigger butcher knife. I'm going to make some more noise. Because that's who I am.
Because we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. People get saved off real talk, not your preaching for gigs. They don't do that. No. People get delivered off real experiences, which is why some of y'all pastors are reaching out to me about your experiences. Because y'all ain't got nobody else to talk to. Because y'all playing in those coochies that y'all don't like me talking about. And vagina and penises also. I am as strong as I'll ever be in my life. Wait a minute. I just came through death. I just came through divorce. Because I'm single again. Yeah, I am. Came through divorce. I don't care what people think. You think God is going to lift his calling off my life because I went through something in my life? That's when grace matters. That's when grace counts. So I'm on here to encourage all of the preachers and pastors and bishops and teachers and apostles and evangelists. This is really for you. There is a people that's called to your voice. But don't get lost in what people think about you. I don't have no problem with no blogger. They're going to share this. They're going to talk about this. I don't care. Do it. I don't care. That's not me. I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about that. I don't care. They're going to critique me. They're going to critique my hair, probably my hat. They're probably going to critique this bracelet I got on with this thing hanging here. Don't get lost in opinion and stuff with people. Don't let that phase y'all. Stop that. Stop that crying and getting weak and changing your message to be liked. Everybody's not going to like you. I don't care how gifted you are. They are not going to like you. I hope I helped somebody tonight. I don't know if I did, but I just hope I did. Because, people tripping, y'all. They tripping. I'm not going to ask anybody to leave me alone. Because that's you. If you want to do that, if you want to you want to make something, I was preaching about something totally different. Totally about helping people with relationships. That's what I've been building in my church. Relationship building. Trying to put everybody on the same playing field while we're trying to blame people for stuff we don't like and stuff that happened before I even met you. You mad at me about something I ain't even do to you. Are y'all hearing me? So I'm over that. I ain't talking about this no more. Never. I'm done. I'm probably going to say something next Sunday that's going to rattle feathers. I'm probably going to say something on one of my lives that's going to rattle feathers. Preachers, y'all going to say something that's going to rattle feathers. Take notes from my playbook. None of the when I was in the newspapers, I think the only platform we had was MySpace. Was MySpace. I've been keeping it real for years. I've been taking hit for years about being transparent and telling my story. So if people don't think I'm masculine enough, boy enough, you think I'm too girl, all of that, that's on you. But I'm saved all down in my bones. I'm saved all down in the saved, and I'm really not concerned about what you think about me. Somebody said, oh, his hair will never get him on the Kojic platform. One person said something that was so funny to me on that post, though. They said, I was a C-section, baby. I didn't come out my mother's coochie. When you were in the womb, you were still the seed of a man, born in sin, shaping it into iniquity. That's all I got. I'll probably be back another time to talk about something else. Everybody follow me. If you want to know something about Cornelius going to come and tell you. You ain't got to listen to nobody else. You ain't got to question it. I'm going to tell you. And my church know I'm going to tell you. Because my church going to back their pastor. Yeah. That's why people love me. It's because I love them in whatever state they are in their life. I don't argue about people's sexuality. I don't go in people's bedrooms and all of that stuff. I don't get into that stuff. I've been there. I've been in those spaces. I know how it is to break free from something you love that's got a hook in your flesh, that's weighing heavy in your soul. I know what it's like to have a desire for something that you can't shake, but because you love God, you won't do it. I know what that feels like. Do you think because I put on my lace tablecloth, as y'all call it, and my negligee on last Sunday, you think because I put on that surplice that, I don't have issues and struggles? I have it right now. You don't think the devil wakes me up in the middle of the night with penises jumping across my head trying to get me to fall? Y'all don't think that happens to me? It does. It does. It does. And for some of you heterosexual forward people, y'all wake up with vaginas dancing across your head, which is why some of us are tipping out going to find them. All of us are in a boat of having to find self-control for some area in our lives. Never try to put me in a boat where I'm going to scave back and hide. The only reason why I ain't said nothing sooner is because I've been recovering from a procedure. But I felt tonight was the night because somebody encouraged me to use the moment. To use the moment. To tell the people that I don't care. All right? I love y'all people. I'm out this piece. And I'm out this piece because I've said enough in this piece. And I know I'm probably going to get some text messages and some calls from some bishops and pastors. I'm ready for them too. Because I'm going to help them help. I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them. I'm going to help him. I'm not rogue. I got spiritual father. I got a spiritual mother. I've got people that I'm accounted to. My accountability team. I've got an accountability team. I've got brothers that I'm accountable to. A lot of people that I'm accountable to. I have all of that. I do. I have a lot of people that I'm accountable to. So this isn't arrogance. This isn't pride. This is me being a human, because when we put on that stuff, y'all have a way of dehumanizing us for some reason. Y'all have a way of making us feel like we can't be human. Y'all forget that we are just mere men and women preaching this stuff. Trying to do something for God to bless other people, going through hell in our own lives, standing up there. And for somebody to take a 30-second clip and to create a whole entire narrative out of context. Now, let me address something. Now, I apologize to women who may feel the term was kind of chauvinistic. I'm not one of those who make women feel uncomfortable. That I was not trying to be chauvinistic, but that was not the intent. That was me coming down to the level of my audience and saying that, hey, this is what it is, and we should not be ashamed to talk about body parts and sex in the church, in the sanctuary, when a lot of us are having sex in the church offices and basements. I love y'all with the love of Jesus. I really do. I hope that this helps shed some light on some things for some people. I really do. I really thank y'all for listening to what I had to say. I'm out.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm out. I'm good. I'm okay. So y'all ain't got to inbox me no more. Are you all right? You okay? I'm praying for you. All right. Praying for you too. God bless you. Because I'm probably going to say something else next week. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Share this with somebody. This is the real Cornelius. This is the real preacher. This is the real prophet. This is the real man of God who's just out here to help somebody get through some stuff that cowardice preachers are too scared to help get people through. Come to my church, Glory House Chicago. We can talk about it. No other way. I love you, my precious audience. Everybody, if you can like and follow me, that would be great. You can go to my other page, Bishop C.E. Williams, and follow that page, or you can just follow me here. Either way, you'll find me on either page. Just everybody just like and follow and share this, and to be a part of future conversations that I'm going to be having in the coming days or weeks or whenever I feel like doing it. All right? I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Bye.